1,500 players of the video game Yggdrasil, many of whom were at level 100, invaded the Great Tomb of Nazarick and failed. But what if a level 30 or so human tried to escape the Great Tomb of Nazarick? Is that possible?
Gamer Braves.
Hi everyone, it's Ben from Gamer Braves and I love Overlord. As an anime-only watcher, I love Overlord so much, I got into reading light novels. Yep, Overlord is the series that made me lose my light novel virginity. But don't worry, I won't be going into any light novel spoilers in this video, only anime spoilers. So, what is Overlord Escape from Nazarick? It's an action platformer / Metroidvania title that came out on June 16, 2022. You play as Clementine, who, according to the game's Steam page, is a fan favorite character, which is a lie. Unless we're actually playing as Pandora's actor disguised as Clementine. But anyways, the goal of the game is to escape from Nazarick, as the title says. Now, we all know that Ainz gave Clementine a nice comfy hug back in the Dark Warrior arc of Season 1. And after that, anime fans never saw her again, since, she died. So the question is, since we're playing as the resurrected Clementine in Overlord Escape from Nazarick, does that mean that Clementine might be coming back in the anime? No. Even though Overlord author Kugane Maruyama worked on the story for the game, Escape from Nazarick is not canon. It's about as canon as Play does, which also resurrects Clementine just to mess with her. The main reason why it's not canon is because Ainz never took Clementine's body back to the Great Tomb of Nazarick. I actually double-checked this, and to ensure that this video is free from light novel spoilers, I went back and rewatched Season 1, Episode 9. Right after Clementine and Khajiit are dead, Ainz tells Nabe to take their equipment. When Nabe asks if she should take their corpses back for testing, Ainz tells her no, only take their equipment. So, Overlord Escape from Nazarick is not canon. But hey, that said, if you do want to play it, get it on the Nintendo Switch and not on Steam on the PC. The game is horribly optimized on PC. Also, do bear in mind, as an Overlord fan, prepare to be disappointed. The only character with voice lines in the game is Clementine herself. So not being able to hear Shaltier insult me is a huge letdown. Also, where the hell is Demiurge, Sebas, and the Dark Elf twins? And, the rest of the players. Thankfully, if you choose not to play the game, I've already played the game for you. Which is why, for the next part of this video, I'll be explaining more or less what you need to know about Overlord Escape from Nazarick. If you have no idea what Overlord is, why are you watching this video anyway? Go and watch the anime or read the light novel or something. That said, there will be spoilers for the game's story, as I explain more about it. But honestly, it's not much. I know the game's Steam page says that it's a story-driven Metroidvania, but there's barely any story. In fact, if you watch all 3 seasons of the anime, there's really no new lore or information to learn. I was hoping that since we'll be fighting some of the NPCs of Ainz Ulgan, we'll learn some of their skills or moves, but no. Not once did Yuri Alpha remove a head and throw it at me. I was hoping for Cocytus to fight us with a weapon in each arm, but no. His 3 other arms are just for show. Surprisingly, Overlord Escape from Nazarick, in all of its non-canonicity, actually takes place in or after Season 3 of the anime. Initially, since the game went with the what-if route of Ainz taking back Clementine's corpse for experimentation, I thought the game would take place in between the Dark Warrior arc and Bloody Valkyrie arc, before Shaltier betrays the guild, since she's a boss in this game. However, during the Hamsuke boss fight, he states that he already met the man with the elves, which is this dude in Season 3, one of the workers who attacked the Great Tomb of Nazarick. So chronologically, Overlord Escape from Nazarick is a bit messed up. Clementine died in Season 1, so assuming that Ainz took her body for experimentation, the experiments and the events of the game happen in Season 3 or after that. Regardless, there's also quite a lot of continuity errors in the game. The game takes place in the Great Tomb of Nazarick. We know that in the anime, unless you have the ring of Ainz Ulgan or fall into a trap, the only way you can move up or down, floor by floor of the dungeon is through the teleport gates on each level. which are basically like magical staircases. We do get to see these teleport gates in the game, but they let the player move throughout all the activated gates unlocked by the player, behaving more like an elevator instead. Perhaps the thing that's the most lore inconsistent, I feel, is that the floors in the game are connected physically to one another. Instead of being like their own separate worlds, you can just walk upstairs from the throne room to the lava room. This, in itself, is another inconsistency. The throne room is on the 10th floor, while the lava zone, the missing Demiurge's domain, is on the 7th floor. I understand why the game would skip floors like the 8th floor or the 4th floor, since there's so little we know about these floors from the anime, but it's still quite a bummer. It would have been a great opportunity to learn more about victims and Gargantua's domains, but the game doesn't do that. Ignoring how the game skips floors and messes up with the geography of the great From Nazarick, it's still kinda cool visiting the dungeon's floors in the game. We get to see a little bit of the treasury, the place where the golems are kept, but we couldn't see past the glass, sadly. We also can go to the hot springs, but poor Clementine can't even take a bath. At the end of the day, even though the game is not canon, I would have preferred if the developers would have tried to design the map to be more lore accurate. Also, Ein sending his subordinates to face off against Clementine to die is the most egregious thing of all. But, major spoiler alert, once you beat the game, Ein and his crew show up and tell you that you were fighting the copies of them all along. So he just effortlessly beats you like he can, erases your memories, and sends you back into the dungeon for New Game Plus. So yeah, for better or for worse, you're actually not missing out much from not playing Overlord Escape from Nazarick. But for the ultra die-hard Overlord fans who want to see 2D sprites of lesser seen NPCs like liches or 8-edged assassins, by all means, get the game. On Switch, of course. Get it on Steam only if you hate yourself. This has been Ben from Gamer Grace. Let us know who's your favorite character and why it's not Clementine. I'll see you in the next video.
Hey there! Thank you so much for watching our videos. Don't forget to give us a subscribe if you'd like to see more, and like so we know what kind of content you want to see. Got suggestions for new content? Let us know in the comments below too. Thank you so much again for watching. Take care, dudes.